going on everywhere? We're keeping 80s month. 80s time alive here with some Madonna. Papa Don't Preach. And that song gets pretty deep pretty quick, even though the beat's amazing. What's going on, Steez?
Featuring the epic Danny Aiello in the music video, who's playing her dad, who doesn't seem to age her entire life. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, he was.
He's literally, I feel like he's even wearing the same shirt in like all of the clips they have. So Madonna, this song's obviously about woman's relationship with her father and like him approving of who she dates and everything. But they're jumping around from her as a, modern day young woman to then they show her as like a young girl and he's like telling her to eat her food and then he's like playing with her in the yard when she's young. He's the same man in every single one. Danny Aiello from Do the Right Thing fame and also Peter Griffin's penis in an episode of Family Guy. I don't know if you ever saw that, but there's one they do a cutaway like, this is going to be weirder than the time you refer to your penis as Danny Aiello, and then he just keeps calling his penis Danny Aiello.
I know, it was amazing. Much better than that night you pretended your penis was Danny Aiello.
Oh, that is so interesting, Danny Aiello. You've got the best Spike Lee stories. What's that? You want to meet my wife?
Peter, stop it.
Lois, just say hello. You're embarrassing me in front of Danny Aiello.
I had no idea what you're talking about.
That's this guy.
But I do want to talk about the fact that apparently Danny Aiello, after his daughter approaches him with some pretty deep information as far as the fact that she, all assumptions aside, is pregnant from this guy with fantastic looking eyes. In any case, he decides to give her cold shoulder and almost treat her like she means nothing to him, even though he seemed like a single father and grew her up all the way until this point, and she had the strength and trust to approach him and tell him, and he just walked away like it meant shit to him.
That's dads for you, Justin.
Oh, there you go. I guess fucking lame dads that don't know how to, listen to their children when they approach them with a certain situation and they try to help them rather than...
I know what it is. You know what it is?
What?
That's 80s month for you, Justin. Because it is 80s month, track 2, soundbite. And we are the DJs that like to spin it, mix it, throw it back, and dissect it. DJ Castle, DJ Jag.
Yep.
Ready to mix up another one. And as we mentioned earlier, we're doing Papa Don't Preach by Madonna, released in 1986. And can I just say, this is prime Madonna right here. This is like when she's really she's a superstar by this point, and she's just working it on all cylinders. When she's doing that little dance moves in like the studio where she's kind of wearing like tight leotard thing with her little blonde hair.
Oh, the Sandy dress?
Not the Sandy dress, the one. Oh, you mean like the end of the movie Sandy from Grease?
Yeah,
okay.
It's Sandy. She's
Rocking
it's
the Sandy, inspired, I would
the
say.
Sandy
yeah.
look.
It's actually the Sandy look modified to meet the 80s standards because of like her hair. Sandy's got much more of sort of a throwback. I guess that was like 60s look.
But you see the resemblance of what I was
It's definitely
referring
inspired.
to.
Yeah. That look
Red
right
lipstick. All she needs is a cigarette and then throw it on the ground and then stomp on it and boom.
there. Yeah, and Madonna was just a fantastic dancer at this point too, man. Like she could really work it.
And then she ends up, apparently, according to the video, hooking up with a local mechanic. Again, fantastic eyes, and this guy's smart. This is a great-looking guy. The guy she ends up getting with, that she ends up obviously getting impregnated by, good-looking guy. I don't know his name. I'm going to call him Roger.
I'm gonna guess that Roger's also Italian because when he first meets her, they're walking in a park, and then she's just standing there, and they lock eyes and they smile at each other. And Madonna is notably wearing a shirt that says "Italians do it better." So it's very possible.
Maybe, isn't she Italian?
Is she? I don't get Italian vibes from her, but you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, when I think of like Madonna in A League of Their Own, she does give off some Italian vibes there. All the way May, she looks Italian. Maybe if she has like dark hair, I guess I could see it, which I think is her natural color. So it's definitely not this peroxide blonde thing that she was doing here. But yeah, it works, So
But Madonna absolutely killed in the 80s. She not only had this track, and the only reason we wanted to focus on this track is it has a backstory of this, absolutely unhelpful father with his girlfriend. Anyway, his daughter that's coming to him with very important information. He's just giving her the cold shoulder like an asshole. She also had many tracks. Let's go down them. She had Like a Virgin, Just Like a Prayer, Lucky Star.
Get Into the Groove.
Get Into the Groove.
Holiday.
Just to name a few, and all those.
And
I'm
these are-
burning up for your love.
Yeah, and these are all like 80s tracks right
80s track, and just really kept the hits going back to back to back, early 80s. And so just
Like a Virgin.
There's a
I didn't
reason
think you
why
said
she
that
was the 80s, or at least one of the 80 maiden 80s female stars that took it to a whole nother level and kept going through the 90s until she got a little bit weird and then, started making out with Drake on stage. And
there. I don't even know what you're talking about there.
she made out with a couple different people on stage, didn't she? Like randomly.
She definitely really embraced her sexuality in the 90s and like made that a whole part of her thing. Like
Early 2000s,
yeah.
like almost too late. I remember her doing it early
kept it
2000s.
going.
It was like, you know what, Madonna, it's okay to relax,
gracefully.
Go to the side
Or
or just leave. Don't even gracefully, just fucking.
I kind of feel like she has now because I haven't seen her since she like sang the Super Bowl halftime show like 10 years ago. But
I think I saw her recently, like dating 50 Cent or some shit. I don't know what it is.
that's
But-
very possible. I could totally see that happening on both fronts. I gotta say though, when I'm looking up the Genius lyrics, as we're about to have to tackle the lyrics here to see exactly what's going on Papa Don't Preach, even though I think we have an idea, just based on the name and the music video we just described. This is the quick description of the song, which I think is interesting. Madonna's controversial hit, hated by many, including feminists and loved by others, was inspired by gossiping teenagers overheard by songwriter Brian Elliott. So, that's just the first sentence of the description. So, it's kind of interesting that it's literally referred to as hated by many, especially feminists. So, it's kind of weird because I feel like this song sort of stands up for women's rights and to kind of like choose to what you want to do. And
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Maybe I guess because at that time it was controversial for a woman to speak on this kind of stuff and put it out in artistic form or
And
something.
make up their mind that they're going to keep their own baby and have the right to do so. Yeah, it's very.
Yeah, I get, Madonna, we gotta say, has never shied away from controversy. And I think, doing a song like this is at the time, it was probably one of the more controversial things. But as I just said, in the 90s, then she's like literally putting out an entire picture book called Sex, where it's just a bunch of like different photos of her having sex and stuff like that. So she definitely wore the controversy hat proudly all through her career. But I guess it starts here. So let's go ahead and jump through the lyrics and see if there's anything in the hidden messaging that we haven't already covered. But once again, as we just mentioned, Madonna, huge superstar in the 80s, was really probably like the hottest property at this time when it comes to the music biz. So, of course, we had to cover her when it comes to the Dissect DJs 80s month. All right, Papa, I know you're going to be upset because I was always your little girl. But you should know by now, I'm not a baby. You always taught me right from wrong. I need your help, Daddy. Please be strong. I may be young at heart, but I know what I'm saying.
Dude, even more so that this girl's literally coming to her dad and like really coming deep, like, Dad, I fucked up, help me. And literally in the video, the dad just walks away and stops talking to her. Like, don't do this, dads, okay? Yeah, your daughter might have messed up, and yeah, you're going to be like dealing with a grandchild here shortly and have to deal with that world. But hey, you signed up for that 17 years ago when you decided to have her. You don't know what's going to happen in your future. So don't do this, dads. Be understandable, listen to your daughters, and help them do this because this is a crazy time. Don't be this fucking asshole. What was his name again?
Hey, that's just Danny Aiello being
Fucking
Danny Aiello.
Fucking Danny
That's
Aiello.
how that's his gruff nature, man. That's how he carries himself. He's not here for your I'm gonna keep my baby shit. So let's get to that chorus. The one you warned me all about. Okay, so there you go. So he warned her about her. He's like, hey, that guy's trouble. He's a mechanic. He's got
He
the
had a
gorge
job. He had a
size.
job going.
I see the way he eyeballs everybody and whistles at them as they go past.
And look at this guy.
I don't know
stares
about
again.
that character.
Look at this guy. Great looking
Yeah.
guy. That's good looking.
Makes sense, Madonna. The one you said I could do without. We're in an awful mess, and I don't mean maybe. Please.
Papa don't preach, I've been told it. Papa don't preach, I've been losing sleep. But I made up my mind, I'm keeping my baby. I'm gonna keep my baby. He says that he's going to marry me, but we can't raise a little family. Maybe we'll
friends ain't helping her. Her dad ain't listening to her. She's just asking everybody for help, man. Ain't nobody having her back. What is up with this group of friends around Madonna at this point? This is terrible.
I looked it up, and Madonna is Italian, and that explains why in A League of Their Own she plays a character named May Morabito. Super Italian
Makes
right
sense.
there. Yeah.
Straight Italian, yeah. Yeah, you know, even as a kid, I used to think of this movie and I'm like, Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. But she's made up her mind. She's having her baby. It always seemed like a very deep song of a daughter talking to her father. And her father basically saying, like, trying to basically preach to her, like a lot of dads do. Be like, no, you shouldn't be doing blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know what? Don't preach to me right now. Don't fucking think. Just help me. Just fucking guide me on this. Don't preach to me and tell me I already fucked up. Fuck out of here. Fuck you, Dad. Or her dad. Or,
This feels like it's getting personal.
It did. Son of a bitch. I'm about to. I need a second.
All right, let me pick up the scraps on that one. Not to your whole I'm crying about shit about my dad thing. It's already been done once on the Dissect DJs podcast. We don't need to keep doing it. Go to the corner. Sit in the corner with Ambrosius. All right. I got to say, though, this guy, based on her description, it sounds like he's a good dude. You know, he says he's going to marry her. They can raise a little family.
He's a mechanic, has a
it's
job.
a sacrifice. And every time they show him in this video, he's got a big smile on his face, like he's so happy to see her. You know, maybe they're younger than the, you know, what they were looking to, you know, create this situation, but that happens. This is a very realistic situation that has happened to a lot of young women's lives. And I think, you know, you make a great point in that, you know, this isn't a great time to shun me and to, like, make me feel bad about where I'm at in life and what's going on and give me your whole preaching vibe.
Past that. I'm past that. I already feel like shit. I already clearly feel like shit.
I'm looking for help, Dad. I need some assistance. Guess what? I'm also going to need you to do some babysitting. I know you're going to be pissed off about that, but you're going to end up with, like, this beautiful little grandchild, and you're going to end up loving him or her, too. Like, you know, it's going to be part of the family, and you're going to have to embrace that, and it's going to be a beautiful thing, all things considered. A lot of work. But you know what? Papa, I don't need you to preach at me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you, Dad.
Daddy, Daddy, if you could only see just how good he's been treating me, you give us your blessing right now, 'cause we are in love. We are in love, so please, Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. I'm gonna keep my baby. Papa, don't preach. I'm in
Yeah, you're right, Castle. In no way does she ever say that he's abusing or being rude or disrespectful. And matter of fact, he says he's making her happy. He's always there for her. Daddy, if you saw, you would be okay with our thing. Like, don't preach to me. Like, what is wrong with this dad? Everything about this guy seems fine, actually. He has a job. He's there for her. He makes his daughter happy. What else are you asking for, Dad?
Yeah.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Aiello.
Aiello.
Danny
What-
Aiello.
What else do you want, Mr. Aiello? Like, what else do you want from your... Whatever, man. Yeah, you're being too much. And don't you ever diss your daughter if she's brings you some heavy information, of which she's not even telling you that the guy has left and she's a single mother now. She's just telling you, oh, I got pregnant a little early, but I got to tell you, he's treating me well. We're happy together, and he has a job. What?
Yeah.
This is a
And
very
it sounds
confusing-
like-
honestly, it's a very confusing song, Katsuka. I never realized that the guy and she describes him being legit, and the video shows he's legit. There's no problem with this guy.
Yeah, it
There's
seems
never-
like he's ready to, like, take on this whole father thing.
yeah, he's
like,
ready to go,
headstrong. He's ready to run right into it
and
like
the dad just being an
a
asshole.
wave in the Pacific, and he's just gonna dive right through it. Like, oh, you know what? It's time to sag it up, get my tool belt, put his mechanic skills to use in a different foundation, and be like, now, the way I put these cars together, I got to put a young life together
Yeah.
and build that and make it strong.
And some cliche dad way of looking at things. I like it. Exactly. I agree.
I got to say also, and looking at Danny Aiello in this video, he does feel like a guy who looked like 45 when he was like 15 probably. Like, I can't imagine that guy ever being young. He seems like somebody who's just been like 48 for like 30 years.
I can see that.
And I don't even know what he looks like. I bet you he looks the same now. So I do believe that when
That might be the reason why
the girl
he,
was young and he just kind of always looked that same. You know, some people, they just look like, they look like they're...
Yeah, but fuck Danny Aiello, dude. He did not look out for his daughter, Madonna.
Don't you dare curse Danny Aiello when he's just playing the role of the dad. And you know what? It was a good casting gig. I think they cast the right guy for this video. And according to you, they also cast the right role for the dad to be.
Oh, man, he was fantastic looking. You see that guy? Look, everybody watch the video from this guy. It's just, I don't know what ethnicity, but he has long hair, fantastic eyes, and his smile is to die for. We need to look up that actor. Is that what you're trying to sneak up here? Fantastic. Other
talked
than that,
about him
I just
too
want to
much.
kind of say Madonna, heavy hitter of the 80s, had to make sure we gave her a spotlight as well as let you know that this isn't her only track. It's just the best one for us to kind of go over what was happening in the track. But at least 10 to 12 tracks of just heavy 80s strong dance tracks that if you put on right now, Castle and I will be like, oh, what? And
I
get
gotta
our
say,
dance on.
I literally just typed into Google, who's the actor in Papa Don't Preach? And you know how Google just gives you an answer at the top? And usually it would just say the name, but it gave me more than that. This is the Google's general description of the actor in Papa Don't Preach. Alex MacArthur had no idea that playing Madonna's Grease Monkey boyfriend in Papa Don't Preach video would change his career. God damn, Google.
Yeah, man,
You're,
dug in on his ass.
you're labeling him Grease Monkey on like the top line of Google.
Grease
He
monkey.
didn't even like portray a Grease Monkey.
Hey,
he was just an Italian guy that happened to be a mechanic.
And it was a
Jeez.
little dirty because he was just getting
'Cause
off
he's
work.
cleaning out. He's checking oil.
Is that what a grease monkey is, a mechanic?
I mean, I've heard that term before. Yeah, I
Is
guess.
that disrespectful?
Sounds like it to me. I
It
don't know.
sounds like it's disrespectful.
I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know how that term is taken in the mechanic field. But I almost feel like since we're covering Madonna on 80s month, we almost just gotta like throw one more 80s Madonna track in there just to like give her some of the proper love that 80s Madonna deserves.
All right, well, I'll throw on my favorite start to it. We're just going to hear the beginning.
Let's just hear the beginning because I got my favorite too. I actually want to give that some play.
Ready for it?
Yup.
I'm going to give you mine, and you let me know if it's yours. If not, I will listen to yours, and we'll just, just give a sample. My favorite Madonna song. Matter of fact, my mom used to wake me up to this because she used to start playing music before I got up in the mornings, and then I have to listen to her get ready for 30 minutes, and this was the first track of her 18-track cassette tape that she had, or whatever, how many songs. I think she might have had 7 or whatever it was, but this was number 1, and I'd have to hear it every morning, and it woke me up for at least 4 years of my life. Here we go. Now, wait a minute. Before we start that, isn't that a great sound to wake up to?
It
I
is.
honestly didn't mind waking up to it. It was just annoying to hear the same song over and over. But let's listen to it again. This is me waking up
It,
from like
it
8 to
soothes
12 years
your
old.
brain.
Yeah, it's good. Anyway, back to the beat. Here we go. I'm going to try to go to the main lyrics. Here we go.
Everything alright.
I missed it. Here we go.
Alright, make everything alright. Starlight, starlight, the star I see tonight. Starlight, yeah.
My favorite, Lucky Star by Madonna.
That was an excellent choice.
Oh.
It's funny that you said that was a good song to wake up to. I had a CD alarm clock when I was in high school, so I used to like burn CDs that I could then put in there. And I remember like my favorite CD to wake up to was track 1 was Bone Thugs. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
It's your chance to wake up.
It's the
All right, well, what
definitely.
is your?
I don't know why you always say it's your chance to wake up.
It's your
right
chance
there.
to wake
It's
up.
definitely it's the first of the month, bro. It's the name of the song.
Oh, whatever. It's close enough.
All right, mine is there's 2 right at the top
Pick one.
I'm going to pick one. I'm going to have to go. Yeah, let's go with this one.
And you can dance. For inspiration. Come on. I'm waiting. Get into the groove, boy. You got to prove your love to me. Get up on your feet, yeah. Step to the beat, boy. What will it be? Music can be such a revelation. Dancing around, you feel the sweet sensation. We might be lovers if the rhythm's right. I hope this feeling never ends tonight. Only when I'm dancing can I feel this free. At night I lock the door and no one else can see. I'm tired of dancing here all by myself. Tonight I wanna dance with someone else.
Yeah. Did we even get to the part where she says getting in the groove? I feel like,
We started right at the beginning of the song. It says "Get into
all
the
right.
groove." So
Damn.
yes.
That one always works for me.
Yeah,
That one
No,
fires me right
No,
up.
clearly, because you wanted to keep listening to it, even though we said let's listen to the beginnings. You were like, no, keep it playing,
Let it get
and
to
you
get into
actually
the groove
wanted to
again.
hear like another 45 seconds.
No,
of
I
it.
just wanted to
Yeah.
get back to get in the groove
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I
Another
am
45
in the
anyways.
groove. She didn't even need to get me in the groove. I'm already in the groove every time I hear that song. I also love the music video because it has all these clips from a movie. It seems like something of a movie that she was in. So I finally looked it up one time and just watched it. It's called Desperately Seeking Susan. And I was super stoked to finally watch it because I was so familiar with the video. And I was like, I got to see what all these clips are from. And you don't really need to watch it. It's just
Oh,
kinda-
yeah? Is that bad of a movie?
It's fine. I guess it's Madonna's okay in it. Like she's good at playing her character, you know. She's sort of like a little bit of a con artist and she's kind of doing it. But like the thing is Madonna, I think this for me is peak Madonna. I love her look in this era right here where she sort of has the longer hair, sort of blonde hair with the darker roots and everything. That's when she was absolutely killing it for me. But the movie is much like the video is just a series of different clips like thrown together. That's how the movie felt. Like it just was a sequence of scenes that you're just kind of like, I feel like they shot this out of order and they ended up just throwing it together like the way they could. It's classic 80s movie that wasn't really, I don't think, workshopped that well. They had a general idea and they're like, I just start shooting scenes. And then they're like, I think we can make a film out of this. And it's kind of a whole mess. But anyways, that
it
is
looked
my
like a shitty movie for sure.
that's my number one. It's definitely not a shitty
For
music
sure.
video. Yeah, Donna looking great in it. Gets you dancing every time. There's no way I'm not on the dance floor if Madonna tells me to get in the groove. That's where I'm at right now. So let's we're not slapping out that or Shine Like a Star. What was yours called? Shining Star?
Lucky Star.
Lucky Star, yeah.
Lucky Star, sir.
We are
Get it straight. Get it.
Giving
Get it right.
yeah,
But yes,
that's my bad.
I guess just a slap and snap.
We're doing Papa Don't Preach.
Papa
'cause
don't preach.
We don't want Papa to preach at us, you know?
All right. You know what? I'll give it. Yeah. Not her best song, and the story actually pissed me off because of how disrespectful and supportive,
Unfatherlike?
unfatherlike this fucking asshole.
Not
was
very
being.
fatherly, yeah.
So fuck this dad, and then and then shout out to Madonna for stepping up for herself and saying, you know what, this guy treats me right. I like him, he likes me, and we got pregnant early. I'm keeping it, and we're doing this. Shout out to you. She picked. It was her choice, and she decided to provide. Fuck you, dad, for being rude about it. So, yeah. In all honesty, I've always kind of had a little thing with this story of like, wait a minute. What is happening? And I'm finally glad I got to figure out that the guy that she's preaching that she doesn't want dad to preach about is actually a good guy. So fuck you, dad. 3 slaps.
So Jag gives it a 3 slaps and a fuck you, dad.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to give it a... Ooh. 3 slaps and a new. It's an easy call. It's an easy 3 slapper. It's not quite up into that 4 slap territory that Getting in the Groove is for me. Or even Holiday. That was the other one I was debating between. Another epic Madonna jam. Got to give Madonna's jam shouts out. And 80s month. Excellent song. I love the backbeat. I actually think that song, it's actually probably totally been remixed plenty of times. It's ripe for a remix though. The backbeat carries it. It has a great 80s sound, and Madonna sounds fantastic in it. Also, Madonna dances fantastically. Nobody does this move, like this, like over the heads where they kind of shake their lower half back and forth better. That move that Madonna does. I think that's like her signature move. A lot of dancers have borrowed that move from Madonna over the years, and I think she may have invented it. So, hey, Madonna, she's a pioneer. She started the 80s pop sound. She started the movement of standing up for yourself when you want to keep your baby and, telling your dad, you know what? Maybe you don't always know what's best for me because I'm going to start a family. And she revolutionized the whole peroxide blonde hair and the bravely owning your own sexuality. That is why Madonna is our early runner for 80s Superstar of the Month. Next!